Good morning, everyone.
Morning, morning.
Right. Terry and Cummings. You have a best name there, girl. Hello. Right, Cheryl. Awesome. Good to have you on this morning. Blessings, everyone. Welcome to the morning breakfast brew with Ian and Keeshon, where we share principles of wealth creation, principles of personal development in the area of faith and finance. All right, don't forget that. I hope that what we are sharing with you is really being a blessing to you. Okay, this morning, we have been we have been talking about problem solving.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's really been amazing sessions that we have with you. Okay, go back up on the live. Remember, all our sessions are up on the YouTube channel. My name, my business, Morning Breakfast Bruce. You can click on it, go back, listen, spend some time, take some what kind of notes?
Copious notes.
Copious notes. All right, and really kind of like get into it. So, what we want to do this morning, we're going to be sharing a little bit on wealth creation formula. Wealth creation formula. Okay. This is some principles I got from. I saw you met that guy down there. What's his name there? Grant.
Grant Canoe.
Yeah. In Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna share some principles. I also did some mini stuff with him, and this is some of the things we are sharing with you to really create a structure for wealth creation. Mm-hmm. Now, somebody will say, well, why we talking about wealth creation? I think it's necessary that as an entrepreneur, as a person who on your way to success, developing success, I think understanding. I know Bob Protka have that stuff. I did with him also. We're going to share it this morning, but multiple sources of income.
Streams of income,
right? Sure. Multiple MSI, call it MSI. Okay, multiple source income. And it's important to really create multiple source of income. Now, one of the things with creating multiple sources of income, and this is something to take into consideration. So you will see someone now that is success. Let's define let's define success, because right, remember to come back to defining success, right?
Yeah.
So multiple source of income. So you see someone that is successful financially, wealthy, okay, and they're doing really good, and they're doing multiple things, but they started doing multiple things.
Most times no.
Right. Most times, no. Most of the times, they really started with one
thing.
Yeah. All right. Or they started with, let me say, about 2-3 things, and they get the one that is flowing.
Sure.
And they hold on to that, and they work it until it's built.
Yeah.
And then out of that, when they reach a place, then they get into other stuff.
Yeah.
That is because sometimes you come in as guys doing stuff for 10, 20 years.
Yeah.
All right. And you think that, okay, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do that. But most of them, 90% of them, didn't start doing multiple things.
Yeah. Focus on one.
They focus on one, became successful in that particular area.
Sure.
And then they were able to branch out into other stuff because now they had the resources.
Yeah.
Because when you're talking about wealth creation and some principles on wealth creation, jot down these things is a game changer. All right. What the wealth success?
Yeah.
All right. Let's define success. So yeah. No, I was having a debate with one of my daughters, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And she was saying, anytime people talk about success, they always talk about money.
Right.
I said, this is not really true. But you can't leave money out of success.
You can't live without the equation.
You can't live without the equation. But what I also get into, I realized that people could be successful in different areas and not successful in other areas.
Correct.
So, for instance, let's say you're making a product. You say a drink, you have a drink, all right, and you're making this product, and you're successful in that. Okay, but there's no money flowing to that, and you don't have finance.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you are successful to make a product of finance.
Yeah.
Now tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have somebody that is successful but broke.
Right.
So successfully poor, successfully broke. Okay. Because and that is what happens. See, the internet is kicking up here, but yeah. Now, just share something on that.
Well, I mean, just to add to that, right? When you study the sciences of success,
right,
and you start to develop yourself to the point where you are good or you have a great product, there's principles that govern wealth and massive success. One of which is how many people are impacted because of the product that you have. So, for example, let's say I was successful at making this drink for myself. And I made a successful drink, but only I can consume it. Only I can benefit from it. I was success at that level, definitely.
Right.
But then to start stimulating the principles of wealth, the question that we need to ask now is how many people can actually get better by having access to my drink? And that comes at a cost.
Right.
And that cost most times will then assist you in generating a profit. So when you really look at being massively successful, whether you're able to create something from scratch and create a successful product, it's about the distribution of that product that brings the wealth.
Yeah.
Because remember, we were brought to the earth only for ourselves, right?
Okay, that's right.
We were brought to the earth to bring some gift, to bring something to the world. The minute you start sharing that gift with the world, whether the gift be a product, whether the gift be a service, whether the gift be some skill so that you possess, the minute you start sharing it with the world, automatically, even if you give it away for free, people will pay you still.
Wow.
Because the law of reciprocity will kick in. So built into massive success is in the sharing of the product and the services that they develop.
Wow.
Because if you never share the product, I mean, yes, you may say you are a success because you created a successful product.
Right. Okay.
But did you share the product with the world?
Right. But the point, one of the answers is that so somebody could have so they were successful in creating a product.
Correct.
But they're not successful in
distributing
the product to create the wealth to come.
Exactly.
So what you are saying, let me get this thing right. So somebody could be successful in doing something, okay, but yet they're not successful in terms of
distributing it.
Distributing it.
Prime example, right? Yeah. When you look at the light bulb or electricity itself, normally one name comes to mind. But the person who gets the credit for the light bulb is inconsistent with facts. Thomas Edison normally comes to mind when you hear the light bulb.
Right.
But the truth is, the light bulb that we use was designed by Nikola Tesla.
Okay.
The only reason average people connect Thomas Edison to the light bulb is because of what we were taught in the school system.
Right, okay.
The truth is, the only reason he was written into history is because he was the person that distributed Nikola Tesla's work to the world.
Wow.
So here it is. You have a prime example of somebody who was successful at creating a great product.
Yeah.
But then somebody else took the great product and then brought it to the world. The person that gets the most credit is the person that brings it to the world.
Wow. That is stuff there, man.
And he also amassed the wealth.
So you could create something but not being compensated for it.
Correct. Wow. And Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison is a prime example. Nikola Tesla, today, he actually designed most of the protocols of electricity.
Right, okay,
so most of the protocols of all the engineering technology that we use. But he wasn't credited with that.
Okay.
And not just that, he died broke. He died a broke man. The people that took his work and brought it to the world, they amassed massive wealth.
Wow. So they're being compensated for
the work.
For the product that he made.
Because when you look at the design of God, God never gave us a gift for us. He gave us a gift to give to the world. So built into the success equation is distribution.
Yeah.
It has to be distributed. Yeah. It's not for you.
Folks, are you all hearing this morning? Okay. You got to be compensated for the product that you make, because you can be successful to make a product, but then there's no distribution, there's no wealth flowing to it. And this is why I was saying to her, I said somebody could be successfully broke.
Yeah.
No, successfully broke.
Yeah.
Correct. This is why let's go Bible. This is why when the woman she came back to Elisha and she said what to do after she got the oil and thing with the miracle, based on instructions, based on an idea. She came back to him and she said, what he said, no, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go and sell the oil, pay off your debt, and live off the rest, which means now you're going to be compensated for your service.
Exactly.
Listen, and I said, remember we said this already, I said most of the time people give away their stuff that they create, okay, because you are not compensated for it.
Yeah.
So payment is compensation for your service.
Exactly.
Listen what I'm saying. Payment is compensation for your service.
Exactly.
That's where the flow of wealth is going to come in. The flow of wealth is going to be coming. Before we go back we're going to discuss the wealth creation formula this morning. There was I think a book of Ecclesiastes. Yeah. There's a situation in the book of Ecclesiastes. When you get some time, read that book in the Bible. All right. So this king, okay, there was a war. Yeah. Okay, and another nation came up against this king, and they were going to crush them, know what to do. And the Bible says that the poor man came up with a strategy. Yeah. And give it to the king. The king implemented the strategy. They win the battle. And the Bible said nobody remember him because he was poor.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Nobody remember him because he was poor. Now, was he successful?
Definitely.
Definitely he was successful, because that is the man who had the idea, the strategy. He gave it to the king. Guess what? The king implemented it.
Yeah.
Okay? But guess what? He wasn't compensated
Correct.
for his strategy. The Bible says he was poor. No one remember him because he was poor.
Yeah.
Was he a success? Yes. So you could be successful, but successfully poor. I know we will touch some stuff here. Folks, those of you on, share your feedback. Give us your feedback on this success that we just chatting this morning. All right. I just wanted to just speak on this a little bit. Remember Earl Nightingale?
Yes.
Progressive realization. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
Correct.
Okay, most of you probably know that definition of success. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Progressive realization, worthy ideal. So you have to make sure it's a worthy ideal.
Yeah.
And what Bob did, he get into those words there. Okay. Progressive realization, worthy ideal.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you get some time, then we're gonna touch that another time. But so I just wanted to kind of basically just touch on success a little bit.
Of course.
For those of you who are saying that why people who every time we talk about success, we talk about money and we talk about it's part of the equation. All right.
It's part of the equation.
It's part of it. And those of you have a product, be compensated for your product.
Yeah.
Don't just give away stuff.
Yeah.
I know you could bless somebody. I know you could bless some stuff, but you have to become, because the compensation is payment for your service.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's a game changer right there. That's a game changer right there. All right. So let's go into this wealth formula that we have here for you. Okay. Now, the first concept of this wealth formula is in terms of wealth creation formula.
Yeah.
And documented, take some copious notes. All right. The first thing is creating wealth.
Yeah.
All right. Now I will just share a few, and then we're going to go into the discussing it. Okay. So you must be able. Dwayne said, "Powerful message, brothers." Thank you, Andy. So creating income.
Yeah.
That's the first one is creating income. So which means now creating income. Mm-hmm. So you have to create something for money to come in.
Correct.
Income. Something must come in.
Yep.
That's the first principle in the wealth formula. Creating income.
Yeah.
Create income. The second one is increase income.
Yep.
The third one is save. Mm-hmm. Then the fourth is invest. Now, sure. It's probably about 12, okay, yeah. 12 concepts. So we're going to just focus on one at a time. All right. So the first one is creating income. Keeshon, what you want to say about creating income? But I know you that. I know. This is your cup of tea here. All right. So Keeshon have a lot to share with us here. Creating income. Now, despite what anyone tells you, it is impossible to get rich without income.
Sure.
It cannot happen. What is your take on that?
When you're creating income, you need to know the 4 different ways in which income is created, so that you choose the best way.
All right, folks, let's get it. You want to touch on stuff?
Okay. When creating income, you need to know the 4 different ways that income is created, so that you can choose the best option that makes the most sense.
Okay.
There's practically 4 ways you could generate income: by being an employee, being self-employed, being a business owner, or an investor. Right, and these are the only 4 options in the market at large, and all have its strengths and weaknesses in accordance to where you are.
So what about if somebody born into wealth?
If they're born into if they're born into wealth, normally they will operate in the B quadrant or the I quadrant,
right,
which is the business quadrant, or the investor quadrant.
Okay.
So what they will do is they will operate from the sphere in which they were born into.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which there's a lot of places like that as well. Okay. But they will continue to earn income through a business, or earn income through an inheritance, which will be their investment.
All right. Okay.
So yeah.
All right. No, and that aspect of born into wealth, that is kind of a few percentage there.
Yeah.
Okay. So sure. Most folks is that you have to create income.
You have to create income.
All right. So despite what anyone tells you, it is impossible to get rich without income. It cannot happen. Income. Something have to come in.
Yeah.
It have to come and then in. Sometimes it come, but it don't go in.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is why I call it income. It must come and then go in. Okay, so now this is important because a lot of individuals, you have gifts, you have a lot of things there, but you're not doing anything with it. So you start at that place because we don't want to downplay that.
Yeah.
Now, one of the 4 points you mentioned, what's the first one you said?
Oh, the 4 ways of creating.
Four ways here.
You have employment.
All right, employment. Let's stop at that stage here. Employment. Now, one of the things with employment, that is, which means that you're working for somebody.
You're working for someone.
All right, you're working for someone. Now, I know that sometimes we discuss on the platform about that level is what we call the implementation stage.
Correct.
Right? The implementation stage is the lowest stage. One, it's where you work the hardest and you get the least amount of money.
Exactly.
What we said with this stage, you start there, but you don't stay there.
You don't stay there.
Okay. Now, somebody was asking me about this, and because I don't want you to think that we downplaying this level.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because to create income, you must start at that stage.
You have to start somewhere.
Okay, you're working a job. You start with a job.
Yeah.
Okay, always just over broke, but you start there, but you're not going to stay over broke. All right, you don't want to just stay there. So what you do at this level is critical because you cannot downplay it, you cannot disregard it. It's a place to start, it's a place to stay. But the thing is, what do you do at that level?
Yeah.
All right, what do you do at that level? Because a lot of us, we start off with a job. Okay, and sometimes because we downplay it, we don't see the benefit. Because at that level you're learning some skills.
Sure.
Okay, there's income is coming in, money is coming in. It may not be the amount you want, but it's coming in. Okay, so if it's not the amount you want, but what is coming in is teaching you something. So you have to learn how to manage that.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to learn how to be a good steward of that at that level.
Yeah.
So there are so much skill sets that are being taught at that implementation stage. Because that's the first step in creating wealth.
Correct.
That level. Because many of you start at that level, but because you don't understand the benefit of being at that implementation stage, you don't reap from it. You don't reap from it because you think that, and you're vexed, you're going to the job, it's that job, so you're going and your energy, your attitude, keep you stuck at that level. Okay, because you don't appreciate the level. Because you don't understand. And we hope that as we discuss some of these wealth formula, all right, that some of you will be able to appreciate where you at.
Yeah.
Okay. Now remember the key word, you start, but you don't stay.
Correct.
What are you learning at that level? Okay. It may not be the amount of money you want. Yes, but you have income. Okay. Some people don't have income.
Correct.
Which means nothing is coming into them. Where you at, something is coming into you. So you have to start with money coming in. So you start with a job. But also there are other avenues where income. You want to share something?
Yeah, I mean, as you rightly said, so right after employment, you have self-employment.
Right, okay.
So, I mean, many places will have gone to school for the purpose of getting self-employed. The doctor, the lawyer, the engineer. Now, again, nothing is wrong with that. And we still suggest, we still suggest that you start there, you don't stay there.
Right.
There's a big difference between a doctor and somebody that owns a hospital. Big difference. They still operate in the same field. There's a big difference with somebody who's a lawyer and someone who owns a law firm. Big difference. So you start there, but you don't stay there. And most of the time, people who are self-employed, we tell people they are the people that actually think that they own a business, but most times their business own them.
Ooh, wow.
So self-employed people, you want to get to a level where you own a business and not be owned by a business. Correct.
All right.
So it's the next level.
That's the next level. Okay, so where you job, working for somebody.
Correct.
Then guess what? Then you business. Now let's go more into the job aspect.
Yeah.
All right, because income. What is income? The money you earn for a job.
Yes.
Or the money that comes from a stock possibly dividend income, but it's income. It's coming in.
It's coming in, yeah.
The reason a lot of people say income is the least desired method is because it's the most heavily taxed.
Yes, it is. Correct.
It's the most heavily taxed.
Correct.
You notice that wealthy people with money, they are less taxed.
Of course.
Okay.
And that is because they choose where to earn their income. Taxes are differentiated or determined by how income is earned and not if income is earned.
Okay.
Yeah.
You folks, you heard that?
Taxes is determined by how income is earned and not if income is earned. Meaning, according to where you earn your income is going to determine the tax laws and the tax brackets that you fall into. There's a different laws via the tax laws for employees, self-employed, business, and investors. I'll share something that one of my mentors shared. He said, Keeshon, the tax laws are for two people. And obviously I was attentive, right? To what he had to say.
Yeah.
He said, the tax laws are for the informed and the uninformed. Because you can't take action with information you do not have.
Wow.
The tax laws is guided by how income is earned and not if income is earned.
How it's earned. Wow.
Where you generate that income determines how you're taxed.
Wow.
If you earn income as an employee, if you earn income as a self-employed person, if you earn income as a business, if you earn income as an investor, it determines how you're taxed. Example, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, owner of Amazon, he generates billions of US dollars online, right? He paid $0 and zero tax.
Wow.
Here it is right here in Trinidad and Tobago. The average man that's doing at least 10,000 TT dollars is taxed 25%. And here it is, you have a multi-billion-dollar organization paying $0 and 0 cents in tax. It's because of how the income is earned and not because it's earned.
How it's earned.
How it's earned.
Folks, I hope you're taking notes. All right? We're dealing wealth creation. And the first level of wealth creation is income. Okay? And income, you can be employed, or you can you work for someone, or self-employed. Look, someone is asking a question. You want to see it?
What was you going to say?
What is the difference between your own business?
You own a business and
you
a business owned by a business.
All right, go ahead.
All right, cool. So let's take a look at the self-employed person who we always highlight that they're owned by their business. We're talking about the doctor, the lawyer, the engineer. You see, what people don't realize is that the only thing real in business is time. Is not having to work for money, but having money work for you. Person that is owned by the business actually works harder than the average employee. Take, for example, the doctor, the lawyer, the engineer. On a day-to-day basis, they exchange time, energy, activity in exchange for money. Now, yes, they make a lot more money than the average employee.
Right. Yeah, okay.
But the distinction between them and the average employee is they still trade the time, the energy, and the activity.
Wow.
So in other words, from financial perspective, they generate something called activity dollars.
Okay.
The minute you're generating activity dollars, you don't own a business, you're owned by a business because the type of money that you earn is active. Example, if a doctor does not tend to patients, would he make money?
No.
If a lawyer doesn't represent people in the court, would they make money?
No.
If a judge does not adjudicate on a matter day to day, would they make money?
No.
So yes, these people think that they're in business simply because they have a title. But when you look at the way money is generated, they are generating activity dollars. Financial literacy states the moment action is tied to money making, you're employed. So you're practically employed by your business.
Wow.
You're probably not employed by an employer, but because you hold the title.
Right.
You're the doctor, you're the lawyer, you're the engineer, you're working for yourself. But remember, you're exchanging time, energy, and activity to generate that money. And financial literacy suggests that you're owned by your business. To have a business, you need to have time freedom. You need to have money making money for you without you. You need to be out of the equation.
That is a ball game there.
Correct.
So
now imagine still being able to earn the same amount of money. But you being outside of the equation. You need to be out of the equation when it comes to having money work for you. That is the difference between owning a business and being owned by a business.
All right, Norton, did you get that answer? Okay, so those of you listen to Keeshon now. Keeshon, I'm the student here. Keeshon is the teacher this morning. I'm in class this morning. All right. So I hope that brought some clarity with that question there. We have it up on the screen there. Check it out. Okay, listen it. Those of you are on, if you haven't subscribed to the link, please subscribe. Share the link. All right, as we get into this discussion, we are discussing wealth formula. All right, and the first one is income. Money have to come in. All right, that cell is on. Wonderful, good to have you on that cell. So even the doctor, the lawyer need multiple streams of income. Yeah. That's the game. All right. Now ask the question, what can you do right now to increase income? That's the question you have to ask.
Correct.
If the first link on the formula is income, okay, you work for someone or you doing your business. What's the other two from the structure?
Well, remember, it's employee, self-employed, big business and investment.
All right, big business and investment.
Yeah.
Okay. So you ask this question, what can you do right now to increase income? Correct. So if you're working, okay, you have the implementation stage. We identify it's the lowest stage. You're using your time, you're using your energy. Okay, you're upset, you're there, you don't want to go to work, and you're grumpy and all that stuff. Attitude check, because your altitude will go up. Okay, right. Correct. So you want to be able to check that, because your mindset is you start there, you're not going to stay there. Correct. What I'm going to do at this level, you ask the question, what can I do right now to increase my income?
Exactly.
Okay.
Easy.
Go ahead.
Bible. King Solomon, wisest, wealthiest man. He said, sow your seed in the morning and in the afternoon, let not your hand be idle, because you know not which will give you great wealth, this or that or both. That's huge.
Yeah, that's big thing there.
In other words, what you do after work is going to determine your success in the wealth equation.
Yeah.
So yes, you're already going to work, no problem.
Right.
Awesome. At the afternoon, let your hands not be idle. Wealth is built in the evening if you have a job.
Wow.
What are you doing after work?
But you know the problem here. You know what's the problem?
Tell me the problem.
The problem is you're working so hard for Caesar.
Yeah.
You're working so hard for Pharaoh.
Yeah.
When you come home, you're tired.
You're tired.
Okay. That is where now the sacrifice
comes in.
That is where your big why.
Exactly.
I don't want to stay at this level.
Yeah.
I don't want to stay at this level to fight. Yeah. So that burning desire. So although you're tired, it's going to cost you something. You have to make a sacrifice.
Correct.
When you go, because you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your business. Okay, because you can't afford to be giving Pharaoh and Caesar and those people all your energy, all your time, okay, to create resources for them.
Exactly.
When you come home now, you sit and you say, listen to me, I need to put in some time for me.
And let me just shed some light on this, right? Because I talk to many places all the time,
right,
with I would say that situation.
Yeah.
Here's something I learned, and I learned this from Grant as well, Grant Cadot.
Right.
He said, in the success and wealth equation, what we need to realize is that we are human beings. And human beings, friends, have the ability to create energy because we are energy. So we hear the concept of being burning out. The truth is, humans don't burn out. It's a mental construct.
Wow.
Your habits, more than likely, may be putting you in a state or a situation where your energy is low.
Wow.
But human beings are energy beings. So if you're feeling burnt out, it's a mental construct. If you are actually fueled and you're full of flame, going after a burning, the key word is burning desire, friends. Sowing your seed in the morning and in the afternoon, you will be energetic to toil. Because now you're fueled by a passion, you're fueled by a vision to free yourself. So for everybody out there who given themselves the excuse that they burn out, my job is to remind you that you're human.
Being.
I
heard you say be. Be.
Yeah.
Be.
Correct.
Okay, so you have to do something. You have to be.
Yeah, human being. Don't give yourself the excuse of burnout because you create energy.
Wow.
You are energy.
Yeah. You know that also Keeshon, is a whole mindset thing.
It is.
Because if you keep telling yourself, and somebody may say, well, we're just talking that and thing, but I'm telling you, if you keep telling yourself you're tired, right? Remember we talk about the subconscious or the conscious, right? So your whole being is being adjusted based on what you keep telling yourself. Right? So it bring your body now into alignment with being tired.
And we need to put it into perspective. You know who was tired when you look at our history? Our ancestors, they were tired.
Wow.
They were worked to death.
Yes. Yeah.
We can't compare to what they endured to ensure that we're here today.
Wow.
Put it into perspective. Tired compared to who?
Wow.
Tired compared to what?
To what? I see awesome say people often confuse their job with their work. It's good because remember God never give you a work, so your job,
He
give you work.
Exactly.
Right? And that is so your work is tied to your purpose.
Yes.
Your work is tied to based on what you were born to do, what you were called to do.
Correct.
Okay. So that's the difference there. All right. So the next thing is you cannot become wealthy without first increasing income. So you start with income, but then guess what? You want to what? Increase income.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's say you don't have a job. All right. So we start with a job, but you don't have a job.
Right.
All right. So then remember I think that's where you're coming with the second one, self-employed.
Self-employed.
All right. Then how can I create wealth? What do I have? Okay. Start to look at yourself. Look at your skill set. What do I have to offer? Start to look inside, not out.
Yeah.
Everything you need is on the inside. What can you do without a job? All right. To create income today. So you ask yourself that question. What can you do without a job to create income today? All right. The first thing, number one, is to have a target for your income. Yeah. Have a target for your income. Let's say, and he gives it with his daughter. All right, 6 years old. All right, wants to create wealth now. All right, I can't send her to college. She's 6 years. All right. All right. So he said, why would I have to wait 10 to 12 years? So you understand, I want to create wealth now. Okay. Or system. Remember, I told you, because remember, one of the things he said, the system is rigged.
Yeah.
This whole.
Let me add.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you're starting without a job, in my humble opinion, you're starting in a better place than somebody that has a job.
Woo!
And there's many reasons for me to validate my position on that, right? One, factual experience I read. For those of you who live in Trinidad and Tobago, you more than likely would have heard about the Sabga family.
Right, yes.
I would have read about the Norman Sabga, the one that created the wealth for the entire family, right?
Okay.
He said when he came to Trinidad, finding jobs was so hard for persons of his race, his ethnicity, that he could not even get a job as a letter boy. He literally couldn't get a job. He was forced into entrepreneurship. I read his biography.
Wow.
I suggest that every single person read the biographies. It's crazy the decisions he had to make.
Wow.
And he was a young boy. He said he was forced into entrepreneurship, but he thanked God and the universe for forcing him down that direction, because without him being forced down that direction, he would not have created the empire that his family benefits from today.
Wow.
They have a multi-US dollar billion-dollar establishment, estate. Wow. And it was because the first Sabga did not possess qualifications or criteria to get a job.
Wow. And it's so amazing how you say that, because what he say here, you don't need to go to college to get a job or to create income.
Correct.
You don't need to go to college to get a job or to get income.
And he had no formal education.
Next
point. Robert Kiyosaki created a game called the Cash Flow Club. Wow. Right? Yeah. And it shows you how to actually create and generate cash flow. And the concept of the game is to come out of your rat race, because let me tell you this, right? Most people live in the rat race.
Right,
the
okay.
rat race is a state whereby you trade time, energy, intellectual property for money, and you pay consistent bills that consume your income. And at the end of the month, most people have more month than the end of their money. So they have more month than money.
Wow.
Now, to live outside of the rat race, you need to have something called residual income that pays your residual bills.
Okay.
So every single person has bills. Bills are residual. Bills are consistent.
Right. Okay.
So the objective of the game now is to teach you all the practical ways possible to start living life outside of the rat race, which is to have assets that produce a stream of income that consistently creates income for you without you every single day, every single week, every single fortnight. And remember, you need to be out of the equation. So you need to have a system that produces income faster than your bills,
right? Okay.
Even when you sleep.
That's what's up. That's true.
Yeah. Now,
serious stuff.
when you play the game, they literally start off the game by giving you an option to choose cards. In the cards, they have different type of jobs. So you have the lawyer, you have the doctor, you have the engineer, you have the pilot, and they literally give you paycheck to match. Almost like a simulation of the exact paychecks you will get, right?
Okay.
Can I tell you, the people that has the hardest journey out of the rat race is the people who are employed and the people who have the status of the lawyer, doctor, and engineer.
Wow.
I invite you to come and play the game with our community. We have a cash flow, a club that plays the game and shows people the significance of it. The hardest group to come out of the rat race is people who have employment, who are employed.
Wow. Why do you think is that? Why
well, I know why. And it's many reasons. There's many reasons. And may I also tell you, if you come and play the game with me or Ansel, the first game we play with you, we could tell almost every financial decision you've ever made in your life. We could tell.
What?
We could also tell what you're going to do in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, because we get to see all the programs I play in the game.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the game is it's almost like a simulation, real life simulation of what people do with income, what people do with cash flow, what people do with their money every single day.
What's going to be the cash
flow?
Cash flow quadrant?
Yeah.
The cash flow.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
That's the two things I want to highlight, that even if you start your journey to wealth creation with no job, in my humble opinion, based on my experience, based on the information I have, you're starting off in a better place than somebody that has one.
Wow.
If your objective is financial freedom.
And I believe that everyone, those of you who are connected here, that gotta be your objective for financial freedom. Remember, we're not just talking about money, we're talking about wealth, all right? And wealth is totally different because it's generation, third and fourth generation. Okay, your money is, money could finish, but your wealth is going to go from generation to generation. There's a difference. So this is one reason why we keep talking about wealth creation, wealth. So this here is a formula for wealth creation. Okay, so you don't need to go to college to get a job or to get income. You start from zero. No money in the bank, no investment. You need income. Let me say it again. No college. You start from zero, no money in the bank. All right, no investment. You need income. Not student debt. You need a strategy and a formula. Folks, say it. You need a strategy. You need a formula. Nowhere in the steps of the wealth creation formula does it say go to college.
Correct.
It's amazing.
Exactly.
Nowhere in the wealth creation formula it says go to college. College is not the way to start your path to wealth. Did I say college is wrong? Did I say educating yourself is wrong? Getting your degree. Some of you have more degree than a thermometer. That's good. Okay. But college is not the way to start your path to wealth. You just see it with Mr. Sagba, who you spoke about there.
And his stories are real powerful stories.
Wow.
I mean, in reading his biography, I saw so many names I could identify with in Trinidad. And I would sit there and I ask myself, what was my parents doing? All the opportunities out there.
You see that there's a lot of factors there. You see that fear factor and comfort and just being programmed. That is why again, you see that whole paradigm and that whole program.
Yeah.
I tell you, this is why even now we're dealing with a lot of individuals and people that reprogramming. You're reprogramming of your mind, that paradigm. You must have a paradigm shift.
Correct.
And so you can't pursue the path to wealth without shifting or being reprogrammed in the subconscious mind.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter if you make 10,000, 400,000 a year, you need income first. Income first. All right? All right, you want to jump in there?
Yeah, I mean, and just to add to that, it's all about understanding.
Yeah.
As you rightfully say, you don't need qualifications to start generating income.
Yeah.
Most of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, they had no qualifications. When you look at the most successful entrepreneurs in the world.
Yeah. Wow. For real, no?
Yeah.
Some of them even dropped out of school.
Most dropped out of school.
Yeah.
Most of them dropped out of school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What Grant said. He said you could be in poverty, you could be making 30,000 a year with a family of 4. You could be a single mother making 19,000, or you may be most of all your money comes from the government. We all start from somewhere, all right, and that's income. You have to start somewhere. Income. What is coming in, and it's not so much how much is coming in.
Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes when you're desperate and you have so much needs around you, your needs have needs.
Correct.
You because you're focused on that, but it's really there are things that you need to learn at that level.
Yeah.
All right. You need to learn some things at that level. So, folks, those of you who are just touching base here, all right, we're talking about wealth formula. We're sharing some principles for you, with you in terms of wealth formula. Hope that you can really tap into some of the things that we are sharing this morning, so you can really help you start there, but is that you didn't see the purpose for starting at that place.
Yeah.
All right. This is really something that you want to touch. All right. Anything you want to touch in training?
You need to start a part-time business, and we will show you how to get that done.
What he said no matter how much income you have, unless you have created all these steps, you are in step 1, creating income is the front door. You must walk through it. Income. You must create income. Whether a job, whether self-employed in terms of your business, you start there. Always remember again, and I always keep reiterating this, Keeshon. All right? It's not really where you start, because you're not going to stay there. So where you start is not where you're going to stay.
Correct.
Where you start is not where you're going to stay. So no matter what, you cannot skip step 1 to create income. All right? Hey, see, Janine is on, man. Good to have you on, sir. All right? Those guys are some guys there. Good to have you on, sir. All right? So you need to learn to create revenue. All right? And then get even better at it.
Of course.
Okay? Create revenue, get better at it. Okay? So you look at some of your skill sets. What do you have? Because you already come up with the concept that I'm not staying here. I'm starting here, but I'm not staying here. Okay, I'm not going to give Caesar Pharaoh all my energy, all my time. All right. When I finish my 8 to 4, I'm going to work on me. All right. I'm going to work on my skill set. I'm going to work on my gift set. I'm going to work on my personal development in terms of to see now where I have. And I'm not looking on the outside alone. I'm looking on the inside, because I have what it takes. And that is the direction. All right, that you have to really flow to create more revenue in shorter periods of time. Now compared to the past, all right? He said the first he had to learn to create revenue.
Yes.
Okay, you want to talk about that revenue?
Yeah, I mean, once you create revenue, and he's making mention of creating it now as well.
Yeah.
You need to use the technology of the day as well.
Right.
So I always tell people, when you're looking now at operating in the B quadrant, which is the big business quadrant, you also want to have a big business that can assist you in the 21st century.
Okay.
We live in the 21st century. Most people have a 20th century concept of business. So they try to do things that used to work yesterday.
Right.
But you need to reinvent yourself in accordance to the times. This is why you're seeing so many millionaires and multi-millionaires being birthed.
Yeah.
That's very young, but they're operating with the new technology of the day, the internet,
yes,
the smartphone.
yes.
There's so many opportunities out there. And the truth is, it only takes some time for you to start reinventing yourself.
Wow.
So yeah.
You know, I was talking to someone yesterday, and we were chatting about similar this year.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how times move now, even with church and ministry.
Yeah.
All right. And I said that I said one of the things that you're going to realize that those older folks will either they'll get stuck or they'll just probably die out.
Yeah.
All right. I know it's sounding like it's a hard term, but it is something tough because they are not willing to move with the trend that is in now.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you have the different media platforms, social platforms. Okay. So you have TikTok, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have all that stuff. And some of the concepts that have been birthed to create wealth on these platforms is, so you coming from way back there, trying to use that concept now, it's like a misfit.
It is.
And you feel like where you fit in. So you have to really, really get with the time. There's one of the things that is, as normally said, and I'll show you this here. Jesus had that same problem.
Okay. I'll listen.
Right. So when Jesus came, because remember, he came to fulfill the law.
Yes.
Grace.
Yeah.
Right? So when he came, this is why the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Sanhedrin Council couldn't accept him. They spoke about in the Old Testament, Abraham.
Yeah.
So they spoke about him a lot. They wrote about him.
Yeah.
The Pharisees, Sadducees read about Jesus, but they didn't recognize him. All right. So when he came, all right, he came to get them to accept that stuff where God was.
Yeah.
So when he came, bang, where God is, to take you to where he's going to be.
Yeah.
So they couldn't accept that at all.
Yeah, that's huge.
And if you read, and it's the same thing with what's happening now with the trends and all the media stuff that is taking place. It's a shift of things.
Exactly.
And opportunities to create wealth and to create to move into that place and to create revenue. So learn to create revenue and to create it now.
And you need to understand the 21st century models.
Yes.
Like, for example, you hear me always talk about Bitcoin. Possess an understanding of how that works.
Right.
We even have options whereby people earn an income from their smartphone from Forex.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out there because it's real. And the only reason we have access to it is because in the era in which we live.
Right,
this wasn't accessible
no.
10 years ago or 20 years ago. So obviously, some people's minds have to stretch to be able to accept it, that there's a possible way today, and it's a different way to do things.
All right. So, folks, learn to create revenue now. All right. Get good at it. Get better at it. Income is your first step, your entry into your front door to wealth. Learn to create revenue and learn to create it now. That's the first step. All right. Then he says, what he says is you must fortify this thing and make it strong.
Yes.
Because part of the wealth formula is doing something over and over and over
until they get great.
Yeah, until you get great at it. Because remember, you're billing.
Yeah.
You're billing something. All right. So he said fortify this thing and make it strong. So you have to add value to what you do to make it bigger and better. All right. And you even, this is what he said, you even have to hate your job. You have to hate your job.
Yeah.
See, so at it. All right. Get big at it, and you have to even hate your job or your current position in life.
Yeah.
Never complain about the income. Woo.
Yeah.
Never complain about the income.
No matter how small it is.
No matter how small it is. Okay, because it's where you start, is not where you're going to finish.
Correct.
Okay. And remember, I said to you, the income that is coming at that level is teaching you some things.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Definitely. All right, folks, our internet here has given us some problems, but just bear with us. Okay, so the level that you are at is teaching you some things. You need to know management. You need to understand stewardship. Because you are manager, you are steward at this level. And every level, like I said last time, every level prepare you for the next level. Okay, don't underestimate and downplay and bad talk the level that you're on now. It may not be the income that you want. Okay, but remember what you do. What you do is what is coming. Correct. Many individuals miss the lessons, the things that they need to learn because they did not appreciate where they started. Okay, so when they reach down to that place now, hey, you mismanage, you do all kind of things, but you didn't know that the lower level was teaching you how to manage the higher level. Okay, all right. So your current position in life, never complain about the income, no matter how small it is. How dirty your hands have to get. Don't complain. He said, I've done jobs I hate. I still do jobs today I hate. I never complain about them. Wow. Attitude. That's attitude. Attitude. And some of you're working at a place where people love to eat. No matter what, they're going to eat the KFC and the roll. and you hate it. You hate it. You complain about it. Okay, and this is why sometimes you attract what you attract because of because of what the energy you give out at that place. Appreciate where you are, love where you are, but don't stay where you are. Exactly. You get into that place. All right. So, folks, we're out of time. It's going fast this morning. All right. So, just share your takeaways this morning. All right. Good to have some of you guys on this morning. Awesome is on. Jadine's vlog is on. This is this guy. What's the name of them? But they have a big stuff on Instagram. Really, there's some stuff. I think they cover a lot of stuff that happened. I remember I said to him, I met him. I said, I said, yeah. I said, oh, yeah, but I don't think I want to be on your page. But they do some good stuff. Those guys are skillful, really skillful. Yeah. All right, good to have you on, Johnny. Darcel. All right, don't give Pharaoh all your energy. Don't give Pharaoh all your energy. All right. Hey, attitude equals attitude. Wonderful, folks. Share your takeaway. Also, what's your takeaway this morning? Mala, Ghana is in the house. Good to have you, Mala. What's your takeaway? Norton, what's your takeaway? All right. Who is that? Abdullah. Bless them, brothers. Wonderful. So share your takeaway with us this as we come to a close. All right. While you're doing that, I want to just share something with you. Yeah, I think it's this one. I want to share some stuff with you this morning that we have coming up. All right. Formula. All right, folks, so that's some of the stuff we have coming up. Those of you who are doing problem solving, all right, so what I'm doing, I'm giving away like a 30 minutes. So message me to make your appointment, the numbers on the screen there. Also, I'm going to be doing some stuff. right? And I'm going to be in Suriname at the end of July. So my Suriname folks, all right, yeah, the end of July. So this is going to be Suriname Business Kingdom Workshop, how to make, how to manage, how to multiply, how to master. And we're doing some stuff there. All right, mental toughness for success. All right, so this is in Suriname. Going to be doing this in Suriname. Contact with the numbers there. I think Gabby is in Youth Syndrome. Okay, to be part of this, it's gonna be really, really amazing. All right, and there's just some of the things that we have coming up. All right, so try to be part of it. Okay, those of you interested in this aspect. All right, so. All right, folks, so let's see. Vanessa, all right, progressive realization of a worthy ideal. All right, that is still Nightingale. So we're just checking some of the takeaway. All right. Who is that? Sarah. To create energy, we create energy. All right. Sorello, don't only focus on the creative success, but also on the distribution, access success for your creation. That's where the wealth grows. All right. See, Wendy. All right. Don't give yourself the excuse that you're always tired. Right. The attitude equals attitude. Oh my God. Wonderful. All right. And Khalifa Self. Great. Well said, brothers. Blessings to all. Have a wonderful day. All right. So, folks, you hear it. What's your takeaway, Keeshon?
Start a part-time business.
All right. So, folks, we just want to thank everyone for coming on. Our internet was kind of shaky this morning. But if you're on this one, before you leave, all right, subscribe to the page, leave a message, tag someone, all right, share it on your Instagram, your WhatsApp, your Facebook. Share it with your auntie and your grandmommy. All right, so blessings, stay blessed. And I always say, don't ever stress. Love you. Take care.